flying, man.
It's 3 fucking days.
It's
one way to
Hell
Florida.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want to drive that.
No, hell no.
Not even a
And there ain't
little bit.
shit out there. Like, you drive and there ain't nothing.
No.
Well,
Ew, I
you're
get to
seeing
drive
something
through
cool.
Pennsylvania. Oh, awesome. It's like the roadkill capital of the, U.S. Like, awesome. Although I did see a bear that got splattered by a fucking semi.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania.
I was going to say Pennsylvania's
Pennsylvania, why are you going that way?
Just go to Tennessee.
Yeah, but
She's
Pennsylvania
taking
is
the scenic
after.
route.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
always go to Pennsylvania.
dude, Tennessee's like here, Pennsylvania's like here.
Yeah.
So what, you're like going like up and around?
Yeah, I think we'll be going like this.
You
Like,
know-
going
you
to,
know-
like, Tennessee, Florida, and then
You know, British Columbia is really nice, and then Quebec. Just go ahead and just
That's how road trips
while you're
work,
on there.
Eric. That's how road trips work.
We're swinging by New York on the way to
You go through all
Florida.
these
You stop up in Maine, stop up in New Hampshire where you're
Yes,
born.
she wants to go stop by states she's never been to before and just drive.
That's
through
like
it.
way
Is that
out of the way.
stupid?
Pennsylvania is like
Yes,
not
that's
even
fucking
close to
stupid.
where
I
you're
know.
going.
That's not even close.
Not even close.
She wants to go to North Dakota and shit.
I want to go to Florida, so while we're in Pennsylvania,
I was like,
hey guys,
hey. Hey, guys.
it's Eric and Tom and Juicy.
Mm-hmm.
I like your shirt, by the way. That
It
looks
is juicy.
amazing.
Miami Vice style.
Yeah.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, everybody knows you're a narc. Just looking at you.
Are you a knock?
And that's a you a co-op.
Oh,
You a
sorry,
co-op? That's Boston. Which you guys might go
Like,
there
on
on
the way to
your
Florida.
road trip on your way to Florida.
yeah. Might be.
Apparently,
Georgia,
Pennsylvania's on the way to
Kentucky,
Florida.
Nebraska.
apparently his
Colorado.
wife, they want to go on a couple road trips this summer or later on this summer, and
No.
they're going to go to Tennessee,
No.
but they want to drive through Pennsylvania.
What is we? I
Well-
don't want to go on a road trip at all.
That would be like a 5-day if you
Dude.
go through Pennsylvania.
gonna
Yeah, because you got to loop up. So we're in Colorado, so obviously everything's
You gotta
east
go
of
to
us.
Tennessee, then you got to go to Florida. It's going to be literally like
Tennessee to Florida is
Tennessee,
not like this.
yeah, no,
It's like-
Tennessee to Florida is like that. You like go over and then
No,
down,
day-wise.
diagonal.
what I'm saying is day wise. It's going to be more than 5 days of driving. It's going to be like
Oh, that sounds
A week and a half.
miserable.
That sounds fucking terrible.
A week and a half.
oh yeah, 3 days.
Godspeed, sir. In the car with your wife.
It's probably
the
what?
dog, dude.
Day and a half.
I'm
Straight
not-
You're gonna call me
I'm not doing it. I'm
and
not
be like,
driving.
bro, I need you to help me bury a body. Or she's gonna call me and be like, hey, no questions asked. I need you to help me bury a body.
No, I'll be driving, so I'll be safe.
That's a lot of windshield
Sure.
time.
Yeah,
That is.
that's too much for a
That is.
vacation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we want to go somewhere and do something, but we want to spend 90% of it on the road driving.
Yeah. I hate driving.
Mm.
Hate it. Fly
No, thank
everywhere.
you. I've driven to the East Coast, and
It's more
that's,
expensive
I'm
than
done.
flying too.
It will be more expensive than flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, way more expensive.
So
Especially if you go
Anyways.
through Pennsylvania.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna go through Red, stop in Detroit, hang out for a a bit.
See the arches in St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Go up to Ohio,
North
just go
Dakota,
through,
too.
going to Canton.
North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit Seattle on the way.
Like I said, yeah, right? Like I said,
never
you know,
go back.
Anchorage is really nice this time of year. Might as well, man, while you're on your
That's too
way.
big of a loop.
That's too big.
That's
Oh,
too big.
that's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
Okay,
See the
that's where you
falls?
draw the line.
Niagara Falls.
No, it's really sweaty.
Well, it's just humid. It's a basement. That and you're getting nervous because you're on camera, so
I'm
you
getting
gotta.
nervous. I just ate a bunch of breakfast burritos with green chili, and now I'm drinking beer. So
All right, so we have
deodorant.
another top 5 video for everyone. That's Tom. It's the first time he's been on the channel since we got back from Adepticon back in March. Holy crap! Has it been that long since we've seen you?
Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
a while.
He's been nomading it up and going on trips
Traveling.
and stuff and traveling. Yeah.
Travel in the world.
Is your daughter out of high school or going?
She'll be a senior.
She'll be a senior.
Yep.
Okay, so you're trying to get all the travel in before she
Yeah.
jets. So, all right, fair
we
enough.
travel every year. We go somewhere.
Yeah, you guys
Crazy.
do a lot of traveling, which is awesome. You can do that when you don't have a 2-year-old. So I understand that completely.
I can't imagine flying with a 2-year-old.
No, I don't even want to try and fly. Nope.
be a lot like
Don't wanna
flying
try.
with Juicy.
That is true.
Just
That's
in
kind of
his
funny.
pants.
That's its own experience. Although you didn't almost piss yourself this year, so that was good.
That was-
on
No,
the
I didn't
plane.
drink anything. Remember?
That's because you were asleep the whole time.
tried to get you a
Me and
sab
Tom
cab.
were sitting in the front, like just laughing at you the whole
We
time.
tried to get you a sab cab.
Yeah, we were
To the-
trying.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were
82
like,
Bordeaux.
really wish he's got a pinky out. Take a
I
drink.
didn't actually drink champagne.
You did. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little shooter of champagne.
Hey, they didn't charge us for the alcohol on the way out there, so that was
Weird.
awesome.
I don't know what it is. They never charge you. Sometimes they do.
Well, on the way back, I think they did.
I think they did.
Well, it's
But-
because they don't actually give you very much. They give you like $1 shot.
Yeah.
So.
I like when they actually bring the shooter, not
Oh
like
no!
put it in a drink.
Yeah, they brought us everything on the way out there. Remember?
Yeah.
They just came over with a can of whatever you got, and then your shooter, and
Yeah,
they're like,
that's way
whatever.
better. Because then they put that little tiny cup and they put the shooter in there. It's like pure booze.
Yeah.
With like a splash
Which-
of like
Yeah.
ginger ale or
Yeah, it's
something.
like booze, soda. There you go. And at 36,000 feet, you start feeling it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a top 5 Cav video.
Here's Juicy's. It's on a
Yeah,
sticky
Juicy's
note.
is literally on a sticky note. Here, I actually have a whole thing written out of notes and everything, and you've got it on a sticky note. It's awesome.
You do you.
Yep, that's right. You do you too.
I don't really have a lot of
Sticky
Is
notes,
the
but not
is the
sticky.
purple
nice
more
because I was able to,
conducive
like,
for your
put it
eyes?
here, and then I was able to lay in bed and look at it. Well, I binge watched the that Lone TV show on the History Channel last night, so sticky note was just more convenient because I could put it on the top of the
That show's kinda
tablet
weird.
and then like write down. So.
Well, Juicy, with your purple sticky note that I'm guessing is conducive to viewing. I don't know. I'm gonna have you start, man.
I
What?
can't actually read it.
No, I can't read it.
So
either.
we're-
I
so-
noticed that.
This is your first top 5
It's
list
in
with
pencil
us.
and it's on a purple sticky note. So.
Hopefully, you didn't smear it.
Really hard.
So Juicy's never done a top
Really
5
shiny.
video with us. He's watched them, and actually, some of his suggestions have actually been some of the things we've actually done, but he's never actually been on the top 5 video. So
Yeah, this time I took 10 minutes to put together a list. So
That's about what I did.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
so-
long one.
so,
I'm forgetting something.
just
so.
straight cab and not large cab though. There's
just
not
did
like
straight
that
cab.
many
That's what I
options
just thought,
either, so,
yeah.
well, Juicy, what's your top out of the top 5? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is going to be the Dwarf Brock Riders.
Never seen those before.
No.
So why?
Well, they have a shit ton of attacks. They have good nerve, and for the point cost at 190, I think they're totally worth every bit of 190 points.
Okay.
They fell to number 5 though because they do actually hit on 4s, and they only have thunderous ones. So
That's a solid top 5. Tom, you look like you're like, eh.
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah. What do you not? Because you run them a lot. What do you not like about them?
there's
Yeah.
so much better cab. They're like
there is
more of
better
like
cab, but
they're like a sticky cab. They're not like really punchy.
Okay.
that's true. Yeah,
I have faced them a lot, and
they're hard to deal with the nerve.
I think they were tougher last edition though.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I think they were cheaper point wise, or no, I'm sorry, they're cheaper now. They were more expensive back then, but there was something about them last. Was it
They
their
lost, like,
nerve?
more nerve, I think.
That's what it was. It was their
More
nerve.
Well,
They
used to
were
be fearless fucking 20 or something. which is
22 or
stupid.
23. something
yeah.
crazy.
They were.
That should
That
not
was-
have been a thing.
They were super sticky.
That was nasty back then.
I think we
But-
can all agree though that should not have been a thing.
No. I mean, it really should have been a thing. All right, so Brock Riders. Tom, what about you? Number 5.
I got the Mounted Suns.
Hey, Mounted Sons.
Yeah.
The Mounted
Yeah.
Sons of Corrigan.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
Crush 1, Thunderous 1, Brutal, and 18 attacks. Hit on 3s, defense 5, I believe.
Yep.
But they're really good. Punchy.
Yeah, they're just
And
you
they
know,
have Brutal built in. So that's
and they're brutal. To me, they're like one of the just
I think-
solid.
Yeah.
They are the epitome of like a
I think
cab.
you can even make them stealthy too. I think they have like a
They have an or
Corgan or
they have. You can either do stealthy or brutal. I think
That's
you get
right.
to pick which one you want.
But
to
that's
do.
pretty cool to have a
You can
stealthy
modify
cab.
it. Oh hell yeah!
stealthy
Hell yeah.
cab that punches pretty good.
Hell yeah! And the fact that what
And Tom Robinson beat my ass with him in at Adepticon, so they got a special place.
that was a special place in your heart. Oh man.
Right in the gut.
Well, that leads me into my number 5, which is the Mounted Sons. Pretty much the same. Obviously, the same reasoning. The other big thing too, though, is that
You guys are gonna have the same fucking list, aren't you?
well, we played the game similar,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't surprise
We
me.
played the game.
That's why we.
together for like a decade.
So, but what I like is that you have a regiment 215.
Yeah.
I think 215 is you're getting on the more expensive side, but it's still a good spot for a regiment of cav. It's not crazy
Heck yeah.
expensive. They're 15, 17 nerve, which I think is kind of the better cav
Yeah.
nerve, and especially for defense 5.
18 attacks. Most of them are like 16.
Yes,
I
and
noticed
that's
that, and I was like, that's pretty
yeah.
good.
18 attacks is solid, especially when you're hitting on 3s, and then even if you get running into phalanx or anything like that, you're still crush 1.
Yeah.
So
I like the Crush over the Thunderous.
Yes, Crush
a lot
over
of them have
Thunderous.
Thunderous 2 and stuff. I don't like the Thunderous because there's too many ways to lose it.
Yep.
Crush you always get.
Well, and then if you don't take them out in that first turn, it's gone.
Yeah.
So if you do end up sticking, then you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, I had mounted Suns as well on there. So that'll lead to, I guess I'll lead with number 4.
Sure.
My number 4 is Stormwind Cav.
Oh.
Yeah. Obviously, I love elves. I'm an elf player at heart, and I love the Stormwind Cav. The reason why they didn't make it higher on my list, 2 things. One, the low nerf. Yes, you can get the upgrade. But I think for 215 points, again, that's that sweet spot of, at least to me, for Cav. I think that 14-16 nerve is a little eh. That and then Thunderous 2 drives me absolutely nuts.
Yes.
I love hitting, like smacking with the Stormwind Cav, but with the amount of attacks that they have, unless you're hitting a regiment that's a piece of shit, or a troop unit, or another Cav unit, you might win. Or flank, right?
Because they do have good movement.
They do.
And
They
they're
do, and they're
nimble,
nimble.
or no,
Speed 9 nimble.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the one unit is if you give them the upgrade.
yeah.
Otherwise,
But
they're
then
not
they're
nimble.
pushing up past 215 too. So.
Exactly. And that's why they're only number 4 on my list. I do like them a lot. I love the elite. I love the flexibility it gives, but that nerve's a little low for me. And then also Thunderous 2. What about you, Juicy?
So my number 4 is Stormwind Cav for the exact same reason, actually. So I really like the profile. I like the movement, but I do not like the nerve for the points or the attacks. Actually, I thought the attacks were lacking a little bit.
Okay. I think they're, what, 15?
I believe so.
15 attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're good. I mean, they have good speed. They punch pretty hard. And yeah, the Thunders. I was like, that's all I got is Thunders 2.
That's all I got. They're defense 5.
Yeah, I
which is
mean,
nice.
you
Yeah,
hang them
they're
back,
with the
you,
lead.
you move them up,
Yep.
you wait for the flanks and stuff like that. I understand that, but
And speed 9's good.
Speed 9 is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
speed
faster
9
than
is
like
solid.
most Cav.
but why wouldn't you just run Dracons? You know what I mean? I mean, over Storm, really though, like why wouldn't you?
Points, maybe.
Yeah. Points.
165. I mean, if you're just
Well, that's a regiment.
just looking for flanks, you might as well run Dracons because you don't really want to charge that like 1v1 against anything like head on into really much of anything.
It's right there.
It's right
It's
there.
right there. If you have a bad roll a little bit, they're dead.
They're dead.
If
Or
you have a good roll,
or if you have an average roll, they're dead. You have to have an above
true.
average
It's
roll
typical Cav,
with
though.
a good
Cavs
nerve
mostly
roll.
like that.
yeah,
So might as well go with Dracons.
If they don't punch through, they're kind of screwed.
fair enough. Tom, what's your number 4?
I got
Stormwind Cav.
I got Soul Reaver Cav.
Ooh, Soul Reaver Cav.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I hate Soul Reaver Cav.
Crush 1, Thunderous 1, 20 attacks, Life Leech 2. It's pretty good.
You know, that Soul Reaver Cav is a unit that
That's the
looks
bane of-
great on paper, and it is the bane of my existence. Every time I've ran them, even getting them into combat, they just never seem
20 attacks is
to
20
make their
attacks is
points
pretty
back.
good.
Yeah, 20 attacks is
Hit
They
on
just-
3s, defense 5.
They never seem to do it for me.
They got
and I
the
don't
Crush
know why.
again over the Thunderous. I prefer that.
Yeah.
So
Crush 1, Thunderous 1.
Life Leech, so they can hang around for a minute.
Unless they
Life
get
Leech.
shot at,
Unless they
yeah,
get
for
shot at,
sure.
but yeah.
2,
Yeah.
I think, right?
Life Leech 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're vampires, yeah.
Yeah.
Life Leech 2. Freaking Soul Reaver Cav. God, I hate them. I
It's
hate
20
them because
attacks.
they should be better and they never
should be
were.
awesome. Yeah.
I've ran them into stuff and then it's just whiff every time. Roll the dice, whiff.
Well, you do have new dice now, so.
That's true. That is true. That is very true. All right. Well, Tom, what about your number 3 on your list?
Number 3 is Quicksilver Lancers, which are the Stormwind Cav upgrade. So we come full circle here.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So you like the Stormwind Cav with
The upgrade.
the higher nerve.
Because it makes them nimble, higher nerve, because you guys are saying the nerve kind of sucks. But if you get a little better nerve,
Yep.
A little bit better now.
yeah,
Yep.
and nimble.
But you
Speed
can only
9
do
nimble.
it to one unit.
It's only one unit.
Only
Put it
one
on
Yeah,
unit.
one kind of
One
sense.
unit.
Can I see your book real quick?
Again, I love the Stormwind Cav. Tom has played against the Stormwind Cav a lot. That's why I think it's
Stormwind
funny
Cav
how
are awesome.
a lot of his top 5 lists have a lot to do with elves because he sees them all the time and he hates them.
The funny thing about the Stormwind Cav is you've used them a lot and you've charged me with them. And I actually never realize they were actually that good because you've never done anything with them. They always just whiff.
Because they roll like crap.
I didn't know their profile was actually that good. So I'm looking through the book and I'm like,
Oh yeah, and
dude,
they're
those
elite.
are actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the upgrade is nice though. It
I like
gives-
the upgrade.
It also gives them nimble.
Nimble. Yeah.
Gives them nimble, which I think they have to have.
Nimble, speed 9, elite. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
why it's number 3.
Yeah, you had nimble on, or I'm sorry, you had nimble on there, and that really helps out that speed 9
Yeah.
profile. While Juicy is frantically looking up something, I'll go into my number
Well, I'm
3.
I don't remember the profile, so.
That's
Wrote
that's
this
see
down,
that's why we
and I don't remember
that's why we
using
took notes. You couldn't fit it on there or what? All
No,
right.
I can look real quick.
All right, Juicy. What's your number 3?
Well, I think I have the Abyssal Half-Breeds, actually,
Oh, half-breeds. I like those
Half-breeds?
guys.
for number 3, yeah.
I think you didn't like half-breeds.
No, I do like the Half-Breeds. I just really hate their nerve. I think everything else about them is actually good. Their nerve is just
The super cool thing
interesting,
is with the new upgrade, they have Fury. So they don't
Yeah.
get wavered anymore. Unless they're shot, but
Yep, which is super
Super
handy,
nice.
which means they can actually get locked into combat
yeah. They do well.
and kill shit, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I
That
got the
defense.
Half-Breeds.
That defense 4 though,
Defense
right?
4 sucks.
Defense
Oh,
4
that's
sucks, yeah.
rough. And then
Defense
regen-
4 with 14-16 is the issue
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of sketchy.
I play them a lot. So.
Mm. Yes, you do.
They did
play
not
them
make
a
my
lot.
list, but they're really good.
No, they didn't make my list either, but that's okay. Mostly because the regen, it's 5 up. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen you. I think you've had 1 or 2 good rolls with the regen.
Yeah, it never works
The
too
regen's
well.
always an afterthought.
5+, like, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's weird. It's
for
almost
defense
like-
4,
It
and
just-
then their
the
nerve,
Regen 5 really just stops them from getting plinked off by chaff.
Yeah.
and then their nerve is super weird. Where are they?
14,
That's-
16,
that's
I
not
think.
on
I was about to say that's Abyssal Horsemen. They're not even on my list.
No. I remembered what I was
Oh,
thinking when I
you remember what
yeah.
you're? Okay, good. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about my number 3, which is the Crone-bound Shadowhounds. So the reason why I like these guys, they're speed 10.
That's,
It's Knights.
Night
They're
Stalkers.
Night Stalkers,
Night
Twilight
Stalkers.
Kin.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're speed 10. Their base profile has 10 attacks. Their regiment size has 20 attacks. 14, 16 nerve, which isn't great. But they do have nimble, regen 5 up, stealthy, thunderous 1. The one part that makes them not higher on my list is that they're hit on 4s.
that's what I was going to say. I thought they
Yeah.
hit on 4s.
They do hit on
Yeah,
4s.
I
But
couldn't
they're only 185 points.
Yeah.
All of that for 185 points.
Yeah,
hit on
185
4s.
I
points
mean-
isn't bad, but the Brock Riders are 190.
Yeah, but these are speed 10 nimble. You're going to outposition. Well, you're going to
I did
outposition
like
almost
to look
any
at
other
them.
cav. You know, I mean that's the nice thing about them. And if you throw them into something, they're 185 points. So it's like
I think that's a winning
meh.
choice. But
Yeah, it's
Super-
got
super-
stealthy on
yeah.
there too, and regen. So if you do get some plinks, they're probably going to get into combat. Is I guess how I look at it, because they got stealthy with regen. So you're not going to have people plinking them as they're getting to you. I like them.
Makes
That's
sense.
why I went number 3. Let's see, you've done number 3.
I already
Juicy,
picked number 3.
What was your number 3?
the Kaizenor Lancer.
Kaizenor Lancer.
Not the Kaizenor Lancer.
No, not Kaizenor. I'm sorry, the
Quicksilver.
the upgrade, the Quicksilver. Yeah.
Okay.
So what about you,
Number 2?
Juicy? What's number 2?
I have Order of the Abyssal Hunt. for number
No.
2. What? Is that weird?
No, they're
They're
good.
pretty good.
No, they're awesome.
Good unit.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they actually have.
But you know what I'm gonna ask you now? Why? Why number 2?
Because that's what you put down.
Oh, I think already. Yeah. I don't remember why I put them on there. I think it was because they had a lot of really good special rules. They had a good.
They have a
nerve
lot of really good
profile.
special rules. I like that.
Good nerve
A
profile.
lot of really good special rules.
They're on there. That's why.
Is it the fact that I think they have Crush 1, Thunderous 1 as well? Which
Yep.
I think almost you have to have for like
I
a
was
really
getting
good cav
to it.
unit.
Just move on. You guys do.
No,
your
no,
thing.
it's all right.
No, you guys do your thing.
They also have they also have better nerve. I believe they're 16, 18
I believe so.
nerve, or at least they
And their
used to be.
Defense 5, they hit on 3s. and
Defense 5 hit on
we did
3s.
have Regen 2.
And I believe they also get elite or vicious against monsters.
Pretty sure it's vicious. Yeah.
Because in the old Brotherhood, they were the ones that liked to go and hunt the monsters and titans and everything, so they would hit better against those monsters.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, they're a good solid unit.
they are. My only issue is what's their point cost?
Their points cost, I think it was like 220 or 240,
Which
somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that to me, that's the only thing why they didn't. They were an honorable mention on my list, but I couldn't. Just that point cost, I couldn't get over that. I mean, it was just for a situational unit, they're great against like monsters, titans, that kind of stuff, because they have the elite or thunder, whichever, or not elite,
They're
but
good at-
one of those.
They're good at everything, killing anything, but they excel at killing monsters. And
Yes. Okay. All right.
I
Fair
think
enough.
they have like 18 attacks hitting on 3s with Crush 1, Thunderous 1. I mean, it's worth 240, I think. But
You think so?
yeah,
Oh my God.
I do.
I don't think so. Although my number 2, I think is worth it. They're
Order of the
they're
Yeah.
Is that
they're actually 10 points more. They're 250 for a regiment.
Okay.
They're, I think, my most expensive one. They are the Order of Redemption.
Oh.
I like the Order of Redemption because you're getting 20 attacks. Not
do
as
think that the Order of Redemption is better than the Order of the Abyss.
oh, the fact that they have regen and they're inspiring and they have headstrong and they're crushing one thunderous one and they have 20 attacks. Yeah, I think they're pretty nasty.
They're
Order Redemption. What I like about the Redemption,
They have 20 attacks. That's fucking
20
awesome.
attacks,
Dude,
man.
That's fucking, you can't
What I
beat
like
20
about
attacks
them
in the caveat.
is that they're inspiring. So if you're running an all cav army, you can do that with them more effectively because you don't have to try and put heroes in there. They can actually inspire themselves. So I'm just saying, I enjoy Order Redemption. I think that's why they're number 2 because you see them on the board, you know what they're capable of. You have to devote a lot to them because they do have regen. And then the fact they're inspiring and headstrong, as we've seen with your headstrong, it's a pain in the ass.
I always fail it. So it's,
the
even though you
only
like a 3 or better, I still always fail headstrong. I don't know why.
I think all around there. I mean, for 250 points, you're getting everything as a good solid stat line.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just.
And you can keep it, like, you don't have to, if you want to have it on the flank, behind, like, a chaff unit or something like that, you don't have to throw a hero over there to inspire. They inspire. Mm-hmm. So that's always nice, too. I like that little extra synergy. Uh-oh. Tom, what's your number 2?
So I went with the halfling juggers.
The what?
Halfling.
Is that the halflings? That's the, which one? Are they the
They're
ones on the
cav.
dogs?
No, not the, I don't know if they're on dogs.
I think they're on mini horses. Like
Are they mini horses?
Yeah,
Ponies?
But they're super good.
Little ponies?
So, I mean, they're pricey. But you can do a horde of 32 attacks.
You guys
nimble,
can't see
iron
this,
resolve,
but we're looking at the book.
Thunderous charge. Spell
It's okay,
word,
you can look at the book, it's alright.
Yeah, you can look at the book too. I did it.
I know.
What's their melee?
3
stat?
plus.
It is 3
Defense
plus?
5.
Defense 5.
Nimble. Speed 8. Spell word. So they
The-
got that
what-
anti.
Yeah, spell word. Yeah, was
Which is
Kyle
bullshit.
playing them against
I
us?
don't remember.
They're super good.
I just
was
remember getting my ass beat by them.
I remember that everything he had that fucking magic resistance. So
It was a pain in the
That's
ass.
just their army roll.
He
They have
rolled us.
Relentless or whatever. So they get to reroll 3 dice.
Yeah, the relentless.
Which
Yeah,
is pretty gross.
Yeah.
It's a gross unit.
halflings are nasty. Halflings are super nasty.
32 attacks.
There's a lot of synergy
Nimble.
there.
Like,
32 attacks?
yeah.
32?
32.
for the horde. Yeah.
For the horde. You can do a regiment at 16 attacks, but 32 attacks, nimble, speed 9. I mean,
Do they have Pathfinder or Crushing or Thunderous?
Thunderous 1. Which kind
I
of
guess that's the balance, but still, 32
32
attacks.
attacks.
I don't give a shit what it is. You Bane Chant them.
Nimble, little flank, 64 attacks on the flank.
I did not see the 32
Smushy,
attacks.
smushy.
That's
See?
nasty.
Yeah, that's why they made my
You
number two.
have to stop that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to throw something in there to stop it. What's their defense again? You said defense 5?
Hit on 3s.
Yeah, they're 3s and 5s.
That's so gross, man.
Wow, I wonder if Mantic's trying to push their newer armies.
Right.
Weird.
I was surprised that guys didn't know about that.
I looked at it and I just,
I was like, man, that's fucking nasty.
maybe it was just the Thunder
too.
one.
I
Maybe
did
that's
the-
what it was.
I didn't really count anything that had the horde size, honestly, because I just don't like horde sizes on a cat.
You can run them as regiments. They're still just as nasty. Nimble.
Yeah, they just cut the attacks in half,
Yeah.
but they're going to cut the point cost in half too. Just, Mantic, for
190
the love
for
of God,
regiment.
don't do the whole, hey, my newest army is going to be the best army thing like GW, because that gets annoying.
Yeah.
Although the halflings are, I mean, obviously he didn't win top prize,
No.
so
They're
he obviously
competitive.
lost.
I think
But they're
part of
definitely
it- I
competitive.
think part of it for us is we've never seen them.
That's the problem. Yeah.
So I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. He's just like, yeah, this. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, he rolled both of us. He rolled me. That was my second
I was
game
like,
at the
what does
tournament.
that spell? And he's like, it does this. I'm like, oh, fuck, so fuck me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
He's like, okay, and now I'm going to choose to do brutal with this guy. Oh, and this guy's going to do this, and then he rolls the dice to see if it happens, and you're just like, what now? He's like, oh, he actually just cast. He has brutal 3 on them, and you're like,
Yeah.
brutal
Oh,
3? Is that even possible? Well, no, but it's just like, oh my god, it was dumb. He had like life leech. I think he could do like before the battle, he could do like life leech, brutal, like all these different things. It was nuts. Anyway,
That was a good choice.
interesting unit. Interesting unit. Well, I guess I'll lead with my number 1. This one,
Number 1.
my number 1, and this one is obviously going to probably cause some issues here.
Tundra Wolves.
Tundra Wolves
Sorry.
are my number 1. I know you did. I know you just like to steal the glory there.
I'm sorry.
But yes, my number 1 is Tundra Wolves. And I know exactly what you're thinking. Really? They're not that great. But to me, they are. They're 180 points. That's their biggest selling point. I think 180 points is... I mean, you can't beat that for a regiment of Cav. Especially their speed 9, nimble. They 3s to hit. They have 18 attacks. Yeah, 18 in their regiment, which I think is pretty good. They're only Thunderous 1. They're 13, 15 nerve, which is garbage. But they are not... They are a pure hammer. You've got to have something in front of them. but I like the fact they're 180 points. I mean, that leaves you so much flexibility. I love the Tundra Wolves. I think they are, to me, they're like a pure just, they're going to do what they do. Speed 9 is awesome. And again, they're only 180 points. So if they don't work, so what? You've got so much other shit in your list. It's probably just going to be a speed bump. But hey, I like them. What's your number one then?
Funny enough, it's Order of Redemption.
Okay.
I'm sitting here like, you're like, oh, they're awesome. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Why they make it as your number one then?
For all the same reasons, pretty much. I mean, they have like just an amazing stat line all the way across the board. They have good rules. They have regen. They have thunderous. They have crushing. Like 20 attacks,
Inspiring.
3s and 5s. They inspire. I mean, it's just like for 250, it's worth it. You know.
Fair enough. Oh God. And now comes Tom's.
Thunder Wolves are cheap. 180 points.
That seems like a lot. Yeah, it's like,
For what you get out of it, you get 18 attacks hitting on 3s with Thunderous 1. With Nimble, Speed 9. I think I'm okay with 180 points.
Fifth, actually.
Yeah, I'm okay with 180 points for that.
Yeah, seems like a lot.
Because you can have more than 2. You could have 3, 4. What other
You're
cap?
mad at me.
No, I'm not. I'm just
For a unit that can be
intensely looking at
chipped
you.
away from, by chaff.
get shot off with some bows.
But here's the thing, though. You've got 3 or 4 of them because they're so cheap.
3 or 4 of them. They're
Four
looking at
defense.
800 points.
3 or 4. You could do 3 is 6.
600 points.
I'll
A
give
quarter of
you
your
that
army.
it depends on how you build it. If you build like a rush heavy army, they're actually good. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you're trying to get to the person in like by turn 2, they'd be good.
Well,
It
it
seems
also.
like more of a
But if you're
chaff.
running like an infantry,
But you could
line
run
or
them as.
something-
That's the other thing too, though. You could run them as chaff
See, I
if
like
you
them
want
as
to.
chaff. I like them as a
115
smaller
points.
unit, yeah.
That's still nasty.
Yeah, 115
Still
points.
nasty.
I think is good.
I just think they're a good. First of all, they're one of the only units that's used in like 4 armies,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah.
But I think they just give so much flexibility. And let's be honest here: if somebody puts Tundra Wolves on the board, and then they put Frost Fangs or whatever else, are you going to shoot at the Tundra Wolves? Probably not. Yeah, like, are they really going to focus on them too much? It depends on
It's
the.
not going to take much.
Yeah,
but
if they're running like infantry, I mean, yeah, you could just like
Plink them off with some bows.
with some spitters.
cool. I got 2 more. Why not? Got 2 more because they're only 180 points. Tom, what's your number one?
I went with Rev
Sorry.
Cav as number
Yeah.
1.
No shit.
Yeah.
RevCav, huh?
Rev Cav. I think
Even with their points going up and everything.
even with their point, I didn't really factor that in because I forgot about that. But so
And it wasn't crazy or anything,
I don't
but
remember what it went up. So I don't think it would change my mind. But I think Dash 24 for a Cav unit is super sticky
That's nasty.
with Life Leech. Plus they're Cav, so that's gross. And they have 32 attacks. Again,
and they're speed 8, so
Speed 8.
yeah, they're shambling, but they're also shambling. So if somebody's dumb and they try and jump behind your Cav, you can turn it around and
Yeah.
surge into them.
heck yeah. I just think the Dash 24 on a Cav unit,
And they're defense 5.
defense 5. Yeah. So I mean,
So they're pretty much they're
they're
like
sticky Cav.
Yeah.
They're like what the
they're like my
Brockriders used to
Revenant.
be.
My Revenant horde is
Oh.
Dash 24.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're also 70 points more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're 300 and
They're probably pretty expensive.
360 or 380. I can't remember which ones, but they
Yeah,
are
that's nasty.
expensive. But it's going to hold down the center.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's going to
Or a flank.
Or a flank. God
Yeah.
in heaven, if you were to put those on a flank, that'd be
Oh
nasty.
yeah.
Like what you used to do with the Brockriders when they were dash 24
Yeah.
for 170 points.
They're 200, I think.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, that's our top 5 Cav units. Let us know what you guys think.
And tell them Tundra Wolves suck. That was a terrible number 1.
I love Tundra Wolves. I think
I
they're
knew I was
awesome.
going to do something like that.
I think they're awesome.
Because
I
I
think they're
thought
awesome.
about doing that too. I almost have my number 1 is just like, okay, what is a good, like, really fast, hard-hitting, chaff, cheap unit? And then I look
Tundra
at
Wolves.
Wolves and I'm like, 180 points? That ain't cheap.
Well, that's for the
I
regiment.
can't do that.
You can do the troop though at 115.
The troop, I do agree with. The troop is actually good.
115
But I had,
points,
to basically, I had
man.
to like, so I had to basically put
Hitting on
myself
3s,
in
Thunderous
the,
1.
Yeah.
in the regiment because once I started thinking about like, oh, well, I should compare the troops to the regiments, to the troops to the regiments to the hordes. I'm like, no. I was like, no,
But-
not gonna do that.
But that's the other question, though. Does it have to be at a regiment size? Can it be at a horde size? Can it be at a troop size to be effective? Or does it have to be at a regiment?
I put my list together based off of regiments.
Okay.
I wanted to compare like troops and then hordes, but I was like, this is gonna effing take me forever.
I keep holding it over here so nobody...
So, anyways, so my list, I did mine just off of regiments, pretty much. I didn't look at troops. I didn't look at hordes. And it's very situational. Yeah, you could do a horde cav, or I mean,
You could
cav
do horde cav or
But-
troops, right?
Heck yeah.
But your list has to be built around that massive footprint too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
massive.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Or you have to
could do
have, or if you're doing troops, you've got to have strength in numbers. You got to have multiple of them,
Yep.
or you got to have them as something as like a caveat to something else.
Or you just
you
do
know?
4 regiments of Thunderwolves. Auto win.
Auto
I love
win.
it, man. I
There
love it.
is.
I love it. It's under 800
If I saw that
points.
across the table, I'd be like, it's over. You got
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Good game.
yeah. Dude, loved it. Loved it. Well, then I guess that just means I have to have or get an army that has Tundra Wolves and then just play them.
Actually, I do think at 115 that's a solid choice, honestly. I just don't like the 180 points. I don't think the 180 points adds up good.
So here's Juicy's fence, and here's him just kind of hopping back and forth.
no, just drawing a circle.
And just kind of putting your foot in, put your left foot in, put your left foot out, right?
Well, I agree with some
Do
of
the
that,
hokey
some
pokey.
that I
Okay.
don't agree with.
Well, that's the whole point of the top 5, though.
That is the point. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. If we all had the exact same list, it'd be boring as hell. Although the Stormwind Cav did make it on all 3 of our lists.
True.
It somehow made it on Tom's list twice.
Yeah.
Why?
And then,
I don't
because
even
you
know
have
why I
the
had
upgrade,
that
right?
on there.
Uh-huh. But I don't have the regular ones.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I just have the.
Oh, my bad. Well, then, okay, so they made it on all 3 of our lists. And then, of course, Order of Redemption made it on 2 of ours. And then I think you
So
had
nasty.
Mounted Sons, I had Mounted Sons.
Yeah.
So there was some crossover. But it'd be boring if we all had the exact same ones.
I think mine was the best.
Of course you would.
Oh, this is why I love Tom so much. He's just like, drop the mic. He's like, I think mine was the best.
Mine's the best.
Uh,
you
yeah.
have Thunderwolves on yours, so yours can't be the best.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this.
just saying.
Touche.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We'll go ahead and end the video here, and we'll see you guys next time. Let us know if you guys have any other suggestions for any other top 5s, because we're gonna start running out of ideas. And Juicy is usually where I get the top 5 ideas from, so that's scary.
I'm not running out of ideas.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.